I'm here with Veronica. She's a 9-year-old quarter horse, and she's bred for reining. She's done some reining in her younger day, but now we're working on dressage. She's done quite a lot of Western dressage as well. She's one of my horses, and so this is just something that I'm passionate about and interested in continuing my learning as well. But I just want to share with you a little bit about some of the things that we can use on a more advanced horse, some modifications, I should say, to the warm-up, and then also throughout the ride. So I'll be going through some of the lateral movements, which would be building on spiral in, spiral out, and talking more about the uphill balance and how we just want that flexion right up behind the jaw, and we want to stabilize this part of the neck to set ourselves up for success. So let's start out riding with Veronica. We'll go through a little warm-up. I should start by saying that I like to just walk my horses on a long rein for the first 4 or 5 minutes just to let their bodies warm up. She's already been walked plenty this morning, so we can get into some of the other work with our warm-up. So right now in this frame, we call this a working frame. So we've got her poll is level with her withers. And so what I'm going to do is start to shorten my reins and bring her a little more uphill. So as I shorten, I'm going to be also stretching up tall through my torso, kind of wrapping my lower legs around her. So I want to bring her poll up to be the highest point here as we start walking. So I'm feeling for that connection between the bit, nice soft connection between the bit and my hand, and I'm going to be fluid with my hand. So even though there's a connection there, I'm not rigid. I'm going to be squeezing my reins an awful lot, squeezing the reins when I want to half halt or set her back a little bit. So we're taking the balance from a long working frame where her steps are covering a whole lot of ground. I'll do just kind of a free walk here. And you can see how long of a step she can take. She should over track, meaning the hind feet should step in front of the track left by the front foot. So she can take a super long step, but what we're trying to do now as we start to bring this uphill is compress the frame and bring a little more uphill balance to it. So we're lightening the forehand through the height of the neck. So we're talking posture here. We want that posture to be more upright in the torso. So if that's what I want her to do, I need to do that with my own torso, kind of open up my chest, lift my nose a little and walk. So this is more of a collected type walk. I'm going to keep that pole at the highest point. Good, and then I can let her out into an extended walk. Let her cover some more ground. So I'm going to be showing the differences within the gait a lot more today. Lengthening and shortening, extending and collecting. These are all really important. These transitions within the gait as well as between the gaits are super important gymnastic work, whether we're going to be showing horses or whether we just want to make our horses the best that they can be gymnastically, balance-wise. So now we'll gather up, and I'm going to be making a transition to trot here. Good. So this is a more uphill trot. Then I can let this go out into a working trot where she covers more ground. big posting trot. Again, I'm being aware of making straight lines, square corners, making sure that she's not leaning as we go. It's important to be precise with this work. So now I'm gonna start to take that balance again more uphill. I'm gonna lift on my snaffle, sit taller, bring this trot more uphill. So I'm almost thinking trot in place. And then I'm going to send it out again. Big posting trot. We'll change reins. So what was my spiral out now becomes leg yield. So I'm doing this on a straight line, trying to keep her body straight and parallel to the arena. So I'll turn, you can turn up the center line, you can turn up the quarter line, get straight and angle over there towards letter F. And I want that right hind tracking up between the two front feet as we go. I don't want to add a whole lot of bend to my horse. I want to keep her pretty straight. So again, working on that inside hind, getting her to yield to that inside leg. Good. Then I might change the balance of that trot again, see if we can bring it more uphill. And let it out again. So once you start exploring the different kinds of trots, the different shortening and lengthening that you can do within the gait, it starts to get really fun. And you can just start to play with this. There's nothing that we have to get done today. We're just exploring. Leg yield out here to see what we can do. Some days are better than others. Some days we get more done than others. If it's not working as well as it was yesterday, that's okay. I don't need to push through it. Good, good. And walk. Good. So that's a good little warm up at the trot. I'm going to give her a little walk break here, and then we can continue on with some canter work. But basically, what I was hoping that you would gather from this is the importance of transitions within the gait. So there's a whole lot that we can start to do as far as shortening and lengthening, but also starting to play with changing the balance from a working frame to more uphill, working towards collection, getting these horses to work a little more on their hind ends. So we'll give her a little walk break, then we'll come back and do a little more.